Social distancing day 5055. I don't know what day we're on. So there's that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know what this was, but we're just gonna continue and ignore that totally. Not really ignore it because I just mentioned it, but you know what I mean. So today's video is going to be all about my April TBR. Now, I want to read so many damn books. So many books. I just keep looking at my shelves and my piles and I'm just like, I want to read that and 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 I want to read. I wish I could put like 700 books on this video and read them all in this month, because just like March, this is going to be an uber long month because of everything that's going on. And so there's going to be a lot of time. So you would figure that I would be able to get to 700 books. But the reality is that probably I will not even get to 4, because my focusing obviously I'm drawing a blank right now. My focusing levels are not on par. So what? Did that even make sense? I don't know what I'm saying. So we're just going to get into the TBR. These are just some of the books that I want to read. Initially, I started my TBR with 4 books. If you are over on my Instagram, you will see that I only have probably 4 books on a little stack that I put as my April TBR. I have more books in this video because I didn't include arcs in that one, and I did not include my buddy reads for the month, which I am part of a couple of buddy reads, as you guys know. We'll go through that as we go through the books. So I'm going to start with the buddy reads. The first buddy read that I'm going to start with is, or read along, is the book of the month read along. For this month in April, we have our shortest book of the month in our pile, and for me that would be Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. This is the shortest book of the month that I have, and that falls right under the 250 page mark. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while as well. I read my first 2 Agatha Christie books a couple years back and really enjoyed them. They're all basically the same thing, whodunit murder mysteries, and when you read one, you have read them all, right? But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You just continue reading. But I really do like her books. Oh, but I really do like her books, and you guys know how I feel about my book of the month. They are just the loves of my life. So yeah, so that is the first book on my TBR. Next buddy read, we are going to go with the true crime bookish club that I participate in, even though the past 2 months I haven't read the books that were assigned for that month. For April, we are reading a book that I actually physically own, and that is Killer Clown by Terry Sullivan with Peter T. Macon. The John Wayne Gacy murders, the Killer Clown. This is just a crazy story, but this is a story I know about but haven't dived deep into. So I'm excited to read this and see and learn more about this crazy ASS guy. Because this story is a little insane. Next up, we have our chronologically king, I always have a hard time saying that, read along. And I know that for March, the month that just passed, I did not read any of the books in the lineup. Can you guys believe that? I can, but can you guys believe that? So rolling over from March, we have The Dead Zone. I think this was the March book. Oh gosh, if I'm not mistaken, this was the March book. So rolling over The Dead Zone, and then I believe we also read Firestarter, which I left over there. Hold please. Okay, I'm back. So for last month, it was The Dead Zone and Firestarter. So I didn't read any of them. My Firestarter is a little bit beat up, but that's okay. So I'm hoping to get to these 2, and then for this month, I know that Cujo is one of them. I don't know what the other one is. Guys, why am I even filming this? I'm lost. I'm all over the place. I forgot what other book along with Cujo we're reading, because I'm a mess, and here we are. Initially, I was not planning on reading Cujo. Somebody suggested that I didn't. And then you would say, why would somebody suggest that? Why would somebody tell you not to read a book? Because I am very sensitive to dog stories and deaths. And so they just suggested I would stay away from this one because it probably would affect me. I think I'm gonna brave it. I don't know if I should read it. I'm a little bit hesitant into going into this book, but I'm going to attempt it. If I see that I just can't handle it, because number one, right now, I don't know if I should be adding to my stress and my anxiety with how everything is. So I don't know if it'll be worth it, but I will keep you guys in the loop as to how my progress is going with Cujo. Next, I am buddy reading, finally, with my Bookstia Lenny. We are going to be buddy reading my Dark Vanessa. Oh my gosh, I've been dying to read this book for months and months and months, and so the time has finally come. I had too many books in my March lineup to even include it, but here we are. I know that my Bookstia has this, and we talked about buddy reading it last month, but again, like I said, I was just too cramped with my TBR last month, so I'm hoping to get to it this month with her. I'm eager to see what this is about. I really love the story Lolita. I know it's a very controversial book, and many people do not like it, but it is what it is. I really enjoyed that book, and this is supposed to be inspired. It draws inspiration from Lolita, so I'm excited to see where this book goes. I know that this is told in 2 different timelines as well, so I'm just very eager to see the similarities or even the inspiration drawn from Lolita to my Dark Vanessa. Next, I have 3 review books that I hope to get to this month. Number 1 being by Harper, and it is Something She's Not Telling Us by Darcy Bell. This does come out April 7th, so I'm hoping to get to this one in the first few days of April. And I don't know much about this other than I think this girl has a sister-in-law, or her boyfriend is dating somebody. I don't think they're married, and I think this girl just becomes obsessed with her in one way or another, or has some sort of secrets. So looking forward to this arc. It's actually not an arc, it's a finished copy, but it's a book for review. Next, you guys, this is probably, I mean, I have some pretty exciting books in my TBR. I'm looking at the pile right now and I'm like, okay, I want to read all of you right now, right this instant. But this one was a book that I knew about for a while, and I wasn't going to request because I did not think I would be able to get it. But I did. One day I was like, I'm just going to request it. It does not hurt to try. My stepdad always raised me like that. It does not hurt to try. And my husband always says closed mouths don't get fed. So I was like, I'm just gonna try. And it showed up at my door a week later. And that is The Living Dead by George A. Romero and Daniel Cross. That's just how I feel about having this book in my hands. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. This doesn't come out till June, but I want to read it already so bad. I want to devour it. So I'm hoping to get to it in April. If it moves on to May, that's fine because there's still time till the release date, but I'm just so eager to get to it that I'm hoping to get to it in April. Next review book is actually A Nightworm's Book Party. Those are my favorite book parties. Those are my only book parties, but those are just some of my favorite books to read because I get to read it with some fantastic people, and that is The Patience of a Dead Man by Michael Clark. This is actually a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. This is book 1. We're just reading book 1, but the author was so kind to send both books in an amazing PR package. I was just blown away. We got a mug. He put some little dead flies in there, bookmarks, so it was pretty cool. But we are reading book 1 for April, and I'm excited about it. Going in super blind to this. I don't know what this is about, but I will leave the link to where you can find some sort of synopsis either from Goodreads or Amazon. I will link it so you can see what it is, but this cover is so ominous, and then the flies and stuff, that I just don't want to know anything about it. I look forward to going into these kinds of books blind. I'm sure you guys know that. I just can't stop repeating that because that's just how I like to go into books. We have established that. Let's move on. Next, I really want to get to this book because I've been feeling so bad. The author actually sent this my way like when we first moved here, which was probably 6 months ago. And prior to that, she had sent me the ebook, and I still have not read it. So this is a priority for this month, and that is The Deranged by Kate Myers. I feel so bad. I just kept getting books, and just this went to the bottom of the pile, and I just forgot about it, to be completely honest. But I'm really looking forward to this. And so it has to do with a deadly plague and just things go wrong. So I'm excited. I don't know that this is the best time to read this book because it has flu-like to erratic and violent symptoms. And we all know what's going on in the world right now. So, but it's a short book, and I'm just so grateful that she sent it my way that I really want to make it a priority for this month. Next arc that I have is actually one that's coming out in a week, and that is Blood Red Sky by Paul Kane. Silver Shamrock Publishing sent this my way along with some other books, and so it's very short and small, and like I said, it does come out on the 7th of April, so this is also a priority for this first week. And yeah, I'm really hoping to get to this. This cover is super ominous, and I love it so much. And then I have 2 last books here that I'm hoping to get to this month. First one is being The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I read Elantris a couple months ago. You guys know this. I raved about Elantris. But now I want to see what the rest of his works are like, because Elantris is his least liked book, or people's least liked book. What? Or better yet, people's least liked books of his, what? Elantris is the one that people like least in his lineup. So, and I really love that book. That was a 5-star read for me. So I'm like eager to see what the rest of his books are like. This is the Mistborn Trilogy book 1. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm so happy for this one. I fell in love with Brandon Sanderson with that one book. So fingers crossed, the love continues to grow. And then the last and final book is The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. I first heard about this book on Riley Marie's channel. I love her channel. She's just like this cute. I just love her. Sometimes I watch like these little, not these little, but sometimes I watch these young booktubers, and they read completely different than me, but I just like supporting them, and just I love their love for reading and just how cute they are. But anyways, that's not what this is about. She talked about this book. She actually has a whole entire vlog on this book. And when she was explaining the book and how much she loved it and just what this book had to deal with or was about, I just immediately wanted it. My bookstee bought it for me off of my wish list. Thank you so much, Eleni. You are the sweetest. But I'm dying to read this. It says here, join the library, raise hell, and it's a novel from Hell's Library. I know this has to do with some sort of books, a library, heaven, hell, maybe some fantastical creatures or demons. Those are all words of interest for me. So I mean, I want to get to all my books, but I really, really want to get to this book. So looking forward to this one as well. And that's it. I mean, I wish I could put 20 more books because like I said, I want to read all of my books, all of them. Like I'm just looking at a stack over there from my February haul, and I want to read each and every one of them. So that's it, you guys. Those are all the books that I want to read in the month of April, or tentatively all the books that I want to read in the month of April. Let me know in the comment section what books you want to read for April. Are you creating a TBR, or are you just mood reading? Please click on that subscribe button. I never say that because I'm always like, if people like you, they're going to subscribe. But if you like what you see, if you want to hang out some more, click on the subscribe button so we can hang out in the future, and turn on notifications so that you can be notified of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!